Why would you not want a girl? Asked Clymene, while patting her growing belly. When they are young, they are great, but then they become women. They get married and leave, said Iasus. Men also get married, exclaimed Clymene. When I got married, my father gave me this farmhouse because he could count on me to take care of it, Iasus explained. Excuse you, I work here too. I take care of the sheep, churn the cheese, and make sure our finances are in order. Yes, but don't forget, you came to live here only with a pair of sandals and a dress. That's not my fault. My brother got the farm. Perhaps, but that's just how it is. Boys are strong, brave, and can aim properly. Clymene thought that he would soften with the cuteness of his newborn and not care about its gender. But she was wrong, horribly wrong. When Atalanta was born, he was furious. He wanted nothing to do with this fierce-eyed baby girl. He took Atalanta and left her all alone on a mountaintop. But Atalanta was lucky. A bear that had recently lost her own cub heard Atalanta's sobs. She decided to adopt Atalanta and raise her until she could be returned to her own kind. When Atalanta started to walk, the bear knew it was time to say goodbye. Gently, she carried Atalanta all the way to a small hunter's hut and kissed her goodbye. This is where you belong, Atalanta, she said, with your own kind. She knocked on the hot door before disappearing into the forest, not wanting to be caught by the hunters. Atalanta grew bigger and stronger every day, and the hunters were amazed at how talented this small girl was. She was the fastest runner, the best horseback rider, and a master archer. Even though the hunters could see how talented Atalanta was, they still tried to convince her to be like most women they knew. They would say, "Could you maybe cook some dinner or clean the hut?" To which Atalanta would reply, "If you want a meal, let's cook it together." One evening, as they sat at the dinner table, a hunter told the group that while he was visiting the village on the hill, he heard them speak of an enormous and scary wild boar that was threatening their animals. It had even eaten one shepherd that wasn't quick enough to run away. "Oh no!" cried Atalanta when she heard the story. "They're so scared," the hunter explained, "that they've stopped leaving their houses. They are waiting for a hero to save them, and there is a big prize for whoever does." This got the hunters very excited, and they wanted to hear more. Atalanta was disgusted. "You should be ashamed of yourselves. Real heroes don't care about awards. The most important thing is that the village is safe and sound." "Well, a little award doesn't hurt," a hunter responded. "If you don't care about it, how about you stay home and give us a chance to win? You may be the best with a bow and arrow, but what if the beast attacks you? You are only a woman. Leave the dirty work to us," added another. Atalanta wasn't sure if she should cry or scream. "I will show them," she told herself as she got up from the table. It was then she heard Meleager's voice. He was the bravest of the gang. "No, guys, we need to thank the gods that Atalanta is willing to join us. We all know that lightning is slow compared to her, and she is, at the very least, just as courageous as every single one of you. I am sure that this will be the case tomorrow too, when we all go to slay the boar." When Atalanta's pack went to the village the next morning, they saw that they were not the only ones that had heard the news. There were many other Greek heroes there, all hoping to slay the wild boar and claim the prize. A few seconds later, the huge and ghastly boar burst out from the bushes. A cry went up among the hunters. "Charge!" They rushed towards the beast, arrows already whistling through the air. The feral hog was swift and dreadful. Sensing danger, it tried to flee down the mountain, trampling over anything that stood in its path. Many hunters cried out, "I'm hurt! Save me!" But while the boar still cut through their ranks, it was impossible to tend to the wounded. The boar's giant body created a mist of dust, and his grunts and snorts filled the air as the hunters fell. Only two, the bravest of all, Atalanta and Meleager, stood their ground. Silently, and with nothing but a look, the pair agreed that Atalanta would go left, while Meleager would sneak to the right. When the boar passed between them, they would attack. Long, terrifying moments passed as they crouched out of sight. The pair knew well that the most dangerous moment of a hunt is when the target is cornered. Good hunters remain calm and cool, choosing the precise moment to act. Any wrong move would cost them their lives. "I cannot miss. I only have one shot," thought Meleager nervously. But Atalanta was calm. "I will be the one to slay the beast," she said to herself. The boar sensed Meleager first and turned to charge. It was now or never. Atalanta stood up and drew her bow across her chest, the arrow gleaming in the sunlight. She let go, and the arrow flew straight into the boar's spine. The boar stumbled, and Meleager thrusted his spear into the beast's ribs, his heart pounding in his chest. The beast fell to the ground. It wasn't going to be a problem for the villagers anymore. "We did it! We slayed the beast!" Meleager cried. "Now, let's take the body back to the village." Together, they dragged the enormous boar back to the village. The villagers would have a mighty feast with all of this meat. When the village leader saw them, he jumped for joy. "Brave heroes, thank you for what you have done today. We no longer have to live in fear of this great boar. As a reward, we would like to give you the boar's skin, a worthy prize, I'm sure you will agree," he said. Meleager turned to Atalanta. "It's yours. You deserve it." Atalanta was confused. "But what am I going to do with this huge skin, Meleager?" He grinned. "Just show it to whoever dares to say that a woman cannot be a brave hunter."